Hey, Steve Zick here. Welcome back to Pokesue channel. Hey, I want to continue my discussion on the guitar ladder system. Really has something special here, folks. It's a result of 40 years of hard work, and it really all started when I took from Joe Pass when I was in my early 20s. I'm 62 now, and I used to ask him how he developed his improvisational skills, his ability to arrange and compose, and he used to talk about the fact that learning not just chord melody, but learning how to improvise with chords was really the key. And I also got the same information from Horace Hatch. Horace Hatch taught Howard Roberts how to play. When Howard Roberts was a young man in Arizona, Howard went on to form the MI Institute in North Hollywood, California, Musicians Institute. They do national advertising, one of the most successful music schools in the world. This really is the key, folks. If you want to take a quantum leap, if you want to wake up the artist within, it's chordal improvisation. And what's really neat about my guitar ladder system is that not only does it wake up the artist within, and it does that because it teaches you the 10 systems of improvisation without a bunch of theory, without having to read music. You do it by learning. Like as an example, cycle 1. So you just see that you can experience experience the smooth voice leading and the common tones. Cycle 1's really cool, and it just, I've had people that bought my course that email me back and say within a week they're already starting to kind of wake up the composer within. I've had people buy my course that have master's degrees in music. This is not bullshit, folks. This is the real deal. I worked my ass off on this. You get over 240 studies. You get charts. You get links to videos that I have stored at Hightail. You even get extra video support from YouTube. Anyway, so that's cycle 1. And then with cycle 1, so you're learning about smooth voice leading. See how that small interval skips there? Also the 2 common tones. And then with cycle 2, you add the shading. Okay, and then and some of the cycles double up. Like I have cycle 3 from my book Modern Chord Cycles for the Guitar that was actually reviewed by Guitar Player magazine many years ago, and distributed by Carl Fisher. But all the book is in my guitar ladder system. But then there's I have a couple different cycle 3, so the stuff doubles up. So then you also learn how to do cycle 1 with the major 7 to diminished on a different set of strings to minor. See. Excuse me. And then from there, let me do that again. I'm not very warmed up right now. There's a 7 sharp 5, minor 9. Let's put in some color. So you learn, it's musical sentences, and even Pat Metheny talks about this. Like when you're speaking to somebody, you don't have to think about it. You need to learn. Learning art is different than putting together something that you get directions in a manual with step 1 through 50. Art is a very subtle thing, and my guitar ladder system teaches the subconscious mind. The guitar ladder system is what you're looking for, and a very easy to use, simple, organic guitar instruction method that teaches your subconscious mind is going to wake it up, wake up the creativity within, wake up the artist within. It's going to get you unstuck. And you're gonna make progress with this system way beyond anything else out there. I give God or the universe most of the credit for it, but I've worked really hard. For samples, send me an email to pokesue@gmail.com. A phone number would be nice. I don't give it out, but I might want to touch bases with you and answer some questions. So as you can see, the cycle, this is cycle 1. It's a great cycle. And then you can go through and, do the arpeggios for each chord. So you begin to get the sound and under your fingers. So it's about learning how to connect chords, and that's why the 240 studies, and I do have some very cool single note studies as well, like my waterfall lick and some kind of reminds me of early Yes or something. But my point I just want to make on this short video is that, stop buying so many guitars and equipment and invest a couple $100 in learning and woodshedding a little bit. Because this is like getting thousands of dollars of high quality guitar instruction for $199, and that's actually last year's price, but I'm still offering that for a while because somebody kind of gave me a grant, somebody really cool I mentioned it on another video to where he said, you know, he just really believes in what I'm doing, and his family has done really, really well in life. They invested in, you know, companies like Apple and Microsoft very early on. They made a killing. But this guy's really cool. He's one of the coolest people I've ever met in my life, especially for having that much money. He just really believes in what I'm doing. He bought the course, and then I had no idea who he was, and then he came back and said, hey, I'm going to donate. So he donated some money to chip in the extra 100. So even though the price has gone up to $299, you can still get it for $199. You can order it at stevesguitars.com. But I'm just trying to give you a glimpse. It's this chordal work, folks. It's really gonna, because you start to, when you present the information to your mind, then all of a sudden you could be sleeping or taking a shower, whatever. Your mind's kind of starting to piece this stuff together, because like Horace Hatch used to say, and by the way, you also get the secret Horace Hatch files. Like I said, he taught Howard Roberts how to play when Howard was a young man in Arizona. But you're going to get those. But when I'm, you know, and I got permission from Horace Hatch to share those files, and I have to do I've done a lot of editing on them, but it's really cool stuff. He was one of the greatest guitar minds on the planet. So you got my material, you got his material. Like I said, I studied with Joe Pass, and you know, that influence comes out. Let's see here. Yeah, I should be more warmed up before I do this, right? Here's the chords. See, you learn, and even Joe Pass used to talk about this, you learn how to think of a chord and then automatically know a few other places to go, like here. See that? So no matter what chord, you end up on, you can just start resolving and get into tension and resolution. And like I said, all my different, like for instance, things like this, like contrary motion, you learn about that. You learn diatonic, all without a bunch of boring theory. So I mean, bottom line, folks, if you love guitar and you love music, you want to discover the music floating around your head, floating around your subconscious mind. It's not going to happen with normal guitar instruction material. This is not an ego trip. Most guitar material out there is pretty surface level. This is the real deal, folks. This is real music, real guitar. That's why people with master's degrees in music are even buying my course, because they said, Steve, you know, I can't improvise. I'm not very good at composing, and I understand, you know, we talk about it, and they say, yeah, everything I learned was kind of in a box. It was kind of, the guitar ladder system, I've redefined and reinvented the art of guitar instruction, and it goes back to the old school, like I said, of people like Wes Montgomery and Joe Pass and Horace Hatch. That's how these guys learned. They didn't sit down with a bunch of theory and, you know, Phrygian mode goes to here and blah, 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 blah. They improvised on the guitar. They learned to get around with chords, and learn how to relate chords to single notes. But like I said, it's ear training, folks. It's ear training, learning that you can go from a major 13 to a 7 sharp, 5 sharp 9 to a 13 to a 9 to a 13 to a 13 flat 9 to a major 7 to a 7 sharp, 5 sharp 9, 13 minor 7, major 9 6, augment rip. So anyway, you can order the guitar ladder system for $199. That's last year's price. At stevesguitars.com for samples. Send me an email to pokesue@gmail.com. I mean, if you really want to get a feel for this, call me. There's no pressure, but I can explain to you better about this on the phone, 714-548-0385. I can share a couple really interesting stories too, because I've been teaching for a long, long time, and it was when I started to see the progress that my students were having from the guitar ladder material, they actually said to me, my God, Steve, this is incredible how much I'm evolving, and they came in showing me things that they had written, and it was just amazing stuff. And it was almost a little spooky seeing their progress. So, you know, feel free to call me. I'll share a couple cool stories. I can give you a little bit better idea if you're not quite sure about it. But you get over 240 studies. You get the secret Horace Hatch files. You're going to learn how to get all up and down your neck in chordal work. You'll learn how to do your own chord melody. It's a great program. There's nothing like it on the planet. It's like getting thousands of dollars of high quality instruction material for only $199. It's an absolute steal, folks. I hate to put it that way because it sounds like I'm selling, you know, something on an infomercial, but it really is a steal. It's just, you know, Why do I have it priced at that price? So I sell them. That's why I've sold over 3,600. So you're going to learn so much from this. But if you, why would you not want to take your guitar playing and composing as far as it can go? It's not going to happen with normal commercial guitar instruction material where you learn a little of this and a little of that and a little of this. With my program, the 10 systems of improvisation are all integrated in the material. So you're just automatically going to learn about, smooth voice leading, contrary motion, intervallic improvisation, symmetry, diatonic, chromatic, chordal harmony. But I do it in a super, super simple way, not a bunch of theory to drive you crazy. It's very, very organic. If you can sit down and eat a banana, you can do my system. Seriously, it's that simple. It's really designed to where we let your subconscious mind. The material is designed to be presented to your subconscious mind in a way that you just easily absorb it and start putting the pieces of the puzzle together. It's really cool. So the guitar ladder system is what you're looking for in an innovative and simple to use and organic guitar instruction system that works, and it will absolutely wake up the artist within. So my suggestion is. Order it. You can order it at stevesguitars.com or send for a couple samples to pokezoo@gmail.com. All right, folks. This guitar is available too. By the way, it's like a 175. It's only $4.99. I'll do it for $4.50. It's got like a very, very small little super mini finish crack down by the input jack. I'll go $4.50 on it. It's a brand new guitar. But yeah, it really sounds good, doesn't it? All right, folks, take care. Have a good day, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, ciao.